and to see all of us kind of coming in together at this moment. I see in the chat people are already saying hello. My name is Antoinette, and I am our host for today's Connect. I'm very excited to have Jackie Sussman back. We'll introduce in a minute. Um, but really grateful to be all together. And you can just say hello in the chat and give us a sense of where you're calling in from. We often share a little bit about the weather. It's kind of nice to know that we're all here on planet Earth. I see some of us are coming in from really all over the place today. We have Winchester, Massachusetts, Tampa Bay, Florida, Toronto, Canada, India, Woodcliff Lake, New Jersey, Croton-on-Hudson, New York. So really global today. Toronto, I see Philadelphia, wonderful. Queens Village, New York, Sacramento, California, from Sao Paulo, Brazil, from London, North Dakota, Washington, D.C. Wonderful. And some names and faces that I haven't seen in a long time. So welcome back. And for those of you who may be new to our Women Together Connect, it's wonderful to see you and to have you joining us today. Manchester by the Sea, Massachusetts, Hudson Valley, Maine, Sweden. Wonderful. And really, this Women Together Connect is a space for us to get together. We get together monthly and just practice together. Oftentimes, we are going off in our own lives and doing our own things, and we sort of lose the thread a little bit. You know, we are trying to try. We're trying to get everything done, doing all of the things on our list, or connecting with all the people that we are connecting with. And yeah, I see some of us who were here during the height of COVID. Um, and really, you know, we had moments to just get to learn from each other and to kind of land and process what was going on in our own lives. And now with Jackie, we'll do a visioning exercise. We've had wonderful teachers come in, and Jackie has been with us before, but giving us a chance to use the practices that teachers can give to us to explore and go deeper in our own lives. So that's really what we're doing here today. We have a little hour together. We'll turn it over to Jackie in just a minute. And then we'll move into breakouts where we can, that's kind of the magic of women coming together and getting to connect with each other, is to go into these small groups and to really try it out. And we'll have Jackie with us for the whole session to answer questions and keep going deeper together. So before we do that, let's just do a little moment of sitting together. If you can find your feet in a comfortable position, perhaps on the floor, that's a good way to just get started with getting grounded. And then feeling a sense of the upward connection, maybe the spine, feeling a little bit of expansion there. And feeling, perhaps you can close your eyes or just lower your gaze. And feeling the breath in this current moment. And noticing if even just in the moment that you start to become aware of your breath or be reminded of the breath, if it just gets a little deeper. Sometimes that begins to happen naturally. And we start using more of our lungs. And perhaps we begin to slow down. Just remembering what brought you here today, what your own intention might be for visioning today. When you're ready, maybe there's a word or phrase that kind of captures the intention that you might have for being here, and you can bring that into the chat and just type that in. And I'll introduce our wonderful teacher and friend, Jackie Sussman, who is an author, a speaker, a seminar leader, an executive coach. She's one of the foremost practitioners of eidetic imagery psychology. She's worked with individuals worldwide, including professional athletes, trained top-level government officials, healthcare providers, CEOs of Fortune 500 companies, leaders in organizations such as UN Women, Google, Mattel, Coach, Zappos, um, and many others. She's the author of Freedom from Failure and Images of Desire. And she's been a monthly writer for Total Health magazine. She's been published in numerous magazines. She's been helping people embody their authentic innermost gifts and strengths for decades, and using that as a pathway to both inner well-being and outward success. And that is very much what we are all needing right now. Jackie, thank you for being here. I see the wonderful intentions coming into the chat, but I'll turn it over to you for our session here.
Thank you. Welcome, everybody. I'm so glad you're here today. So nice to see you. So the work that I do that I will take you through today is something called eidetic image psychology. And I met the leading theoretician of this work in my 20s, and I was very intrigued by him and by the depth and power of the work, because he taught a kind of a methodology, which I will take you through today, of seeing images in the mind of all of our life experience. So it's a way to go within and to look at problems that we're having, or anything at all, envisioning anything that ails us or that we want to know more about in our mind's eye. And we can get amazing amounts of information from just plunging within us. So to start, the eidetic image that I'm going to have you see today is EIDETIC. So these images are images stored in the brain, literally, of all of our life experience. It's quite amazing that stored right in here, inside us, are films, movies of everything that's happened to us. So this work has been researched at universities all over the world, and it started in the scientific literature and research in the late 1800s, around the time of Freud and Jung. And it goes back to the ancient pre-Socratic Greeks, who said, oh, there's these images that come into us or that are in us, that are the gifts of the gods, that we can see amazing things and find incredible gifts and abilities that we have. So in the research, in the science, they know that these images differ from memory, from dreams, from guided imagination, from all kinds of images. It's a very concrete image stored in the mind of life experience. So it's really tapping into the non-conscious part of ourselves. How many of you, if you raise your hands, I'm not sure I can see everybody, have heard of this before, eidetic imagery, or done it before? Okay, yeah, some of you look a little bit familiar, so great. Welcome back if you've been on a call with me before. So here's the amazing thing. From the moment you're born, you start to record in the brain images of your mother, your father, their relationship to each other, siblings, the atmosphere of the house, what's it like outside, smells, tastes, feeling states, everything is in there. And even today, we still are forming images of the people in our lives, maybe parents, some of us don't have parents, but spouses, children, people we work with, they just go inside, they get put somewhere inside us, and we can recall these images. We can walk around them. They're holograms of information. We can tap into them. We can see things that we haven't seen before because consciously we only register a little bit of the entire story. The unconscious mind registers a lot. So there's two things that you will see today. I'm going to ask you to see an image in your mind, not right now, of somebody who you're having a difficult time with. And we're going to explore that image. So that's in current life. And I will explain to you as I go along what it is that we're going towards. So what we're going towards is not only for you to see that you can take any problem you have with a person, with a situation, and by closing your eyes and seeing it, you make it concrete. You can actually grab hold of it. You have a movie of it. Before, it's like, oh, I feel disempowered, or I'm angry and I don't know why, and I'm perseverating about it, or I feel diminished, or whatever it may be. But once you can see it in your mind's eye, you get a grasp of it. And then you can move into it, explore it, get all kinds of perspectives on it. And an amazing thing happens when I'll give you a tool, which you will find goes somewhere in the psyche and brings your authentic power out, your wisdom, your knowing. So inside of us, there's also information about our wholeness. We are part of nature. And in nature, a tree has gotten some acid rain, but inside is the biological imprint of its wholeness. And if we nurture it the right way, it comes back out. So, what I'm letting you know is you will be able to see the details and issues and feel them of what the problem is. And then also to find the wisdom, the power, the solutions that come all from within you. That's what I love about this work, is that all the answers come from within you. One of the things that I'm the most excited about is the work with women. So that's my passion after years of working in private practice and in many companies and writing about it and training healthcare therapists and others um, about the feminine. So we have a platform where I'm taking this work out with my partner, Ivy Ross, offering this work to many, many women. So at the end, I will share about that. But right now, what I'd like you to do is see an image for yourself. Most people like to see the image, the eidetic image, with eyes closed. You might want to try it with eyes open, see if you can get it better. Don't worry if it's vague. There's still a lot of information. Vague just means it's the power of it is under the surface. So the image can be vague or vivid. And there's three parts to them. Any questions so far before I go on? No. Okay. So as you see the image, for most of you, first try with your eyes closed, and you will see there are three parts to the image. One is what you see. The second is what you feel as you see it. Every image has a feeling or somatic response. And the third is, what does it mean? Okay, so are you ready? Okay, so close your eyes. And I'd like you to see an image of a person that you're having some difficulty with. See yourself interacting with them. It could be a relative, a child, a spouse, someone at work. So just see the image in your mind's eye of interacting with someone that you have difficulty with. And notice in the image, what do you see? What do you sense? Don't worry if it's vague. Do you see an image? So if you don't see an image, raise your hand. Okay, there's a couple of people. Okay. So just notice if you have a sense of the image. It could be vague if you have a sense of it. And as you're seeing that image, what do you see? What's the person look like that you're having difficulty with? What's their mood? What's their energy? And really important, how do you feel as you're seeing that image? What do you feel? So this is important because you will now feel and get a sense of what is your disempowerment? What is going on with you? Is it something you can't say? Is it something you can't express or do with a person? Are you scared? Is your voice gone? Do you feel intimidated? Are you super angry? Just notice what it is inside of you, what you're feeling, and how your body is. Is your stomach clenched? Is your heart closed? Because whatever you're seeing and feeling in yourself is disclosing the nature of some aspect of your disempowerment as a woman based on your conditioning as part of the acid rain that you received. So just get very aware of it. And now see a wind come down from the heavens. We're bringing nature in and surround you, not the other person, just you. So see a wind come down from the heavens and surrounds you. How does that wind feel? They say that it's a gift from the gods or from spirit or from the divine or from some greater force, nature, and it's surrounding you. And now see another you pops out of you, just jumps out of you. What is that other you like? What's her energy? Do you see another one jump out of you? What's the other you like? What does she look like? What's her energy? And how does she feel? And see this other you interacting with the person. How does that one interact? And how is the person responding to them? How's the person, the problem person, responding to the one that jumped out of you? Just notice that. And know that you are this other you. This other you is an aspect of you that was just under the surface, dissociated from your awareness, but it is your authentic self. So take as long as you need. And when you're ready, open your eyes and we'll take just a few shares. Maybe one or two because of our time. Okay, so I'm looking at eyes open for most of you. So would anybody want to share their experience of how they felt at first And then what happened when the other self jumped out? I know, and anything that happens in this room is confidential. Uh, okay, I can't see your whole name, but Saliba is your last name. Oh, you need to unmute, right? Uh,
All right, it took some time to unmute myself.
oh, good, great,
So,
thank you.
all right. So in the first image, the character, or I, shrinks, right? And then the tension is like my heart shuts, I can feel my gut shuts, and I'm like small, right?
Yeah,
And and there's this like fear, like the person is somehow there, right? And then with the wind and the transformation and the more authentic self, let's say, jumps out, or whatever you want to call it. There's more, there's no more this I waiting for them to approve or for their validation. So it's not even, I had expected it to be like, oh, now I'm talking more confidently. I was like, oh, I'm not even interested to talk. Like, I don't need to get their validation. And it's just like I saw that self say, yeah, like nod, like as if a baby is throwing a tantrum and walking away from it. Like, yeah, she's okay. We'll get back to that. So there was this like really interesting dynamic
beautiful.
change.
Okay, thank you. So what we tapped into is they said the researcher said it's just not in our awareness. Our powers are there. So first you wanted validation and then you didn't care about the validation, right? You were more feeling in yourself. That's your real self. That's really your authentic being. The other one is conditioned. I've seen so many women need validation. We've been conditioned that way by the lineage of our mothers, grandmothers. Not it's their fault, it's the lineage of the suppression of feminine voice and power. I've seen this over and over and over again. Thank you so much for sharing. We'll take one more. I wish we had a lot more time today, but we just have an hour to get a taste of the work. Anybody else want to share their experience?
I could share. I'm Deborah.
Okay, you may be.
Hi.
Hi.
Um, I really felt it was very easy for me to think of the person and to come up with a lot of images. It's
Okay.
because it's a family member. But I felt so just hurt and small and intimidated.
Yeah.
And I could just feel like at the surface, everything coming up, all the feelings so clearly, even though the imagery was something from long in the past.
Yeah.
And when I experienced like that wind around me, I felt calm and I felt more grounded. And when the other person came out, um, it's funny, the image I got was of someone smiling and confident and bigger. And
Yeah.
this person was more direct about their feelings instead of shoving them down. And this person was like, this is the way I didn't feel like the reaction of the person that I was with was necessarily positive, but maybe it was more like they were became aware of how I felt, and there was still negativity coming from them, but I didn't feel a reaction to it so much.
Right. That's great.
And I felt like, okay, now there will be boundaries to not let to prevent me from feeling small again.
That's wonderful. That is great. So you can see just by one image the shift of your perception about the situation and your powers emerging, your abilities emerging, wisdom emerging. First, the gut, I made some notes so I remember exactly what you said, that your gut shut down and there's fear and uh wait a minute. Yes, and then you oh, they're bigger than life. And then you became aware of how you feel. You needed validation. Then you don't need validation. And you felt much more yourself. and boundaries began to appear. So all of that came from within you. I can't teach you that or know exactly what is the right thing. I call myself the can opener. I just know all the tools and techniques to bring your inherent self back forward. So I've done this work with countless women in companies and individual work. And what comes out of women from the inside out is a kind of a power that's really different than men's. And that's my interest and my passion, is to help women to connect to our true, authentic strengths and abilities, to come forward to lead the world, to be leaders in the world in our own authentic way. So thank you so much. It's very beautiful, everything that came from you, Deborah. So it's tapping within. So any questions about this?
This is Janice. Yes, I have one question. I just was not able to see anything. How
Okay.
do I move forward? Do I have to practice more, or
Yeah.
what suggestion?
Yeah. So did you feel anything?
No.
Okay. Is there somebody you love in your life right now?
Oh, most certainly.
See a person, think of a person that you love and see that person in your mind's eye for a moment and feel the love you have for them. Do you have can you get an image of them?
No.
Okay. That's fine. Do not worry about it. So when people begin this work, if they can't see an image, very soon thereafter, with a little bit of practice and prompting, you'll be able to see them, because it's our inherent birthright and ability to see images. And sometimes people just feel them more than they see them. But the answer is yes, you'll be able to see them.
Okay. Thank you.
We had time for me to go into it, but this is a 1 hour demonstration. So what we're going to do now is go into a breakout room. And then we're going to come back, and I want to hear what happened for you in the breakout room and some shares. And here's the prompt that I want you to explore with your partner. You will each get paired with someone. So what I'd like you to do is, and Janice, just try as best you can to see what happens and see if you feel anything as well, okay? Because the images are visual and somatic. So I want you to see an image of a person, either who's problematic for you, another person, or the same one, doesn't matter. I'd like you to see an image or of someone that you want to know more, or any person that you want to explore. Could be someone you know currently that you don't have a problem with, doesn't matter. So I want you to see an image of them and you interacting with them from the front. Then I want you to move to to the side of them and see them from the side. There may be a different energy, body language, something from the side that you may see different. And then walk to the back and see them from there. Walk to the other side and see them from there. And then see them back from the front. Okay? And the last prompt, don't do it before you come all the way around. When you come back to the front, notice, do they look different than how you started? Did walking around them offer any new information about them? That's all you're doing, walking around them. And then finally, look into their eyes. There's a feeling or story in their eyes. What do you see? Okay, so does everyone have that? You see them from the front, you go to one side, you see them, what am I seeing? You go to the back, what am I seeing from the back or feeling? What am I seeing from the other side? Come to the front. Do they look different to me than when I started? Did I learn something? And then look into their eyes. Okay? All right. So I wonder if, okay, the prompt is in the chat room. So we're going to go into breakout rooms now. Yes, E.T.?
Going into breakout rooms is 20 minutes good?
Uh,
Want to do
Sure.
15?
we could do 20 minutes. Yeah. Do you think we need that long?
15 could be fine.
Yeah, I think 15 would be better.
Okay, going in.